Hey, it's Keith, the guy with the tie at Longwood Technologies. And today I'm here to talk to you about scheduling software for field service technicians. At first, this might seem pretty easy, pretty straightforward. You get a phone call, you look at the calendar, you find a block of time and schedule the appointment. But we all know that's not really all it takes. There's a bit more. You not only need to know what the customer needs, but what technician is going to be the closest that has the skills needed to service that call. By knowing which technician is going to be closest by, it obviously reduces fuel costs and saves travel time, which then does two things. Reduces your fuel costs, but that extra time can actually add up and give you potentially an additional service call per day, which means more income. So that's a pretty good thing. But to do this, it's always required having somebody who really knows the territory, to have somebody who's either taking the call or passing it over to the scheduler, who then specializes in really knowing the territory and be able to make those decisions. But you also know it's getting harder and harder to find people that can do that. So that's why you're here asking about scheduling software. You'd like a way to automate that process. Well, it's pretty easy. All you need to know is, what does this customer need? Is it a no heat call, or is it something that's not critical and can wait a few days? You need to know their address. Then simply convert that address to GPS coordinates. Take those coordinates, plug them into a formula, compare those to all the other locations that your technicians are going to be in the next few days or week, and see which is the closest distance, and then schedule the appointment. Easy, right? Or better yet, have HVAC Trakker do this for you. I like to describe it as so easy, your kids could do it. So let me give you a quick demo of this in action. So let's get started with taking a simple call. So a call comes in, phone rings, you answer it. Hi, I'm having trouble with my furnace. It's cold out and I need it fixed. Okay, so we are going to go into the appointment wizard, and we can very quickly start putting in information. While the phone call comes in, we might type in their phone number. Say it comes up on our caller ID. We can look up a phone number and hit search or hit enter. We'll do the search. Or you might not have that information yet. You might wait for them to tell you their name, and they give you Larry Malone, and they just might type in their last name. Or they can give you the address. What is the street address? It's 3714 West Cermak. And so if I put in the street number, Cermak. All right, so is this Larry? Yes. So you can do any of those searches. And then we can go ahead and schedule an appointment now. So I can create an appointment now, or I can create a task for someone else to schedule later. Typically, I recommend go ahead and schedule it now, because the system is going to make it so easy, you might as well. So you hit next. Now the first thing you can see here is that it opened the calendar, and probably what we want to do is we ask the customer, do they have a boiler or a furnace? So you can look, make sure you got people in the right department looking. So here we are, they've said that's a furnace. So now these technicians can work on furnaces. Now maybe all your guys can work on all of them, but if you've got specific guys in certain departments, you can define those departments. So I tell it furnace, and then it's already filled in Larry's name in here, and all we're doing is hit search. And it is coming back with the recommendations to when we are going to be closest to that customer. Now, in this case, we can see we're going to be closest on the 21st at 3 miles away, but this is a no heat situation. So we probably want to move it over to today specifically and see what, if anything, is close. Well, I can see that there are 2 times that are going to be close. 4.8 miles and 9.12 miles. So those are yellow. So I asked the customer, would this work. And I can look here at 1:30, or I can book them just after here, one of these appointments, maybe at that 3:30 time. Customer says, yeah, that would work. Well, now it's up to me to choose which one do I want to send there. I'd rather send my guy Jim, I can see his name up here on truck 7. I'd rather send him because he's only going to be 4.8 miles away than sending Jay across 9 miles, since I can put either one. And the customer, Larry, says, yeah, 3:30 would work good. So I'll go ahead and click here and open it right up. Open on my other screen, just slide it over. And you can see that his name is already in here. It's all preloaded. It's got it set for Jim. I'm going to switch this from the 1:30 to the 3:30, just because I saw it there that I'd rather him go at 3:30. I thought that's a better time. I could also drag and drop later. But for now, I'm going to say that's a no heat. Furnace made a funny sound, maybe. Or a grinding sound, or I don't know, something that the customer's telling you, of course. Making a grinding sound. I can select the phone number for the customer and see if there's any other information the customer needs to share with me. Maybe there's notes about a dog or a gate or a code or something, or something of that nature, and all of which you can put in here. We close the appointment, save it. It puts it onto here at 3:30, and in the next couple of minutes, Jim will see this appointment loaded up to his device to say at 3:30 he's supposed to go to Larry Malone. It'll have the address. It can be clicked to Google Maps and give them turn-by-turn directions how to get there, as well as any past history of invoices and work that has been done at that customer. And they're ready to go out, service the call. So there you have it, HVAC Trakker in action. From the phone call to the service tech with GPS navigation. It's all there, as I said, so easy your kids could do it. Check us out on HVAC Trakker. That's HVACTrakker.com.